Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you enjoy discovering valuable coins, hidden treasures and amazing stories from American pocket change, then you've come to the right place. In today's video, we're taking a deep dive into first up top 7, the 1986 D Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin. At first glance, this penny may seem like nothing more than an ordinary coin that has been sitting in your wallet, piggy bank, or coin jar for decades. Millions of people have handled this coin without giving it a second thought. However, experienced collectors know that even common coins deserve a closer look because condition, mint errors, and other unique characteristics can sometimes make a seemingly ordinary penny much more desirable. We'll explore the history of the 1986 D Lincoln cent, its design, metal composition, collector interest, current market value, and the rare errors that can make certain examples worth far more than 1 cent. So stay with us until the very end because you may discover that one old penny in your collection deserves a second look. The Lincoln cent has one of the longest and most respected histories in American coinage. The series first appeared in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was also the first regularly circulating United States coin to feature the portrait of a real historical figure instead of the symbolic Lady Liberty. The design quickly became one of the most recognizable in the country. By 1986, the Lincoln cent had already been part of American commerce for more than 75 years. Every day, billions of these coins passed through grocery stores, restaurants, banks, vending machines, and cash registers. Because they were produced in such enormous quantities, many people assumed they would never become collectible. Yet collectors understand that every year of production has its own story, and every coin has the potential to become valuable under the right circumstances. The 1986 D Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the busiest United States mint facilities. You can identify this coin by the small D mint mark, located just below the date on the obverse, or front, of the coin. During 1986, the Denver Mint produced billions of Lincoln cents for circulation. That massive production means most surviving examples are common today. Many have spent decades changing hands from one person to another, resulting in heavy wear, scratches, stains, and discoloration. If your coin appears dirty, dark, or worn, that does not automatically make it rare or valuable. Dirt simply indicates that the coin has circulated for many years. In fact, experienced collectors usually prefer coins with natural surfaces rather than coins that have been polished or cleaned. One of the most fascinating features of the 1986 D Lincoln cent is its composition. Earlier Lincoln cents were made primarily of copper, but rising copper prices forced the United States Mint to change the composition beginning in 1982. The 1986 D penny is made of 97.5% zinc with a thin outer layer of copper. Although the coin still has the familiar copper-colored appearance, it contains much less copper than older cents. The coin weighs approximately 2.5 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. This composition change helped reduce production costs while allowing the penny to retain its traditional appearance. Today, collectors often separate the earlier bronze cents from the later copper-plated zinc issues because they represent different eras in American coin production. The front of the coin features the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Around the portrait are the words "In God We Trust" across the top, "Liberty" to the left, and the date, 1986, with the D mint mark on the right. The reverse displays the classic Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. If you look closely at a well-preserved example, you can even see a tiny image of the Lincoln statue inside the memorial building, a remarkable achievement considering the small size of the coin. The inscriptions, United States of America, EPLURBUSUNUM, and 1 cent complete the reverse design. This iconic reverse remained in production until 2008 before new Lincoln bicentennial designs were introduced. Now let's discuss the question everyone wants answered. How much is a dirty 1986 D Lincoln cent worth today? The honest answer is that most dirty circulated examples are worth only their face value of 1 cent. Because billions were produced and many still survive, collectors usually do not pay significant premiums for heavily circulated coins. However, coins that remain in brilliant uncirculated condition with sharp details and original mint luster can command much higher prices. The finest certified mint state examples may sell for tens or even hundreds of dollars, especially if they receive exceptionally high grades from professional grading companies. These premium prices are driven by rarity in top condition rather than rarity of the date itself. Another exciting reason collectors search for the 1986 D penny is the possibility of discovering mint errors. Mint errors occur when something unexpected happens during the manufacturing process. While the vast majority of coins are struck correctly, a small number leave the mint with unusual characteristics that make them highly collectible. Examples include off-center strikes, clipped planchets, broad strikes, die cracks, cut errors, and certain double die varieties. The value of these error coins depends on the size, visibility, and rarity of the error. Small, minor errors may be worth only a few dollars, while dramatic examples can bring hundreds of dollars when sold to collectors. Error collecting has become one of the fastest-growing areas of numismatics because every error coin is unique in its own way. If you own a dirty 1986 D penny, one of the biggest mistakes you can make is cleaning it. Many people believe that making a coin shiny will increase its value, but the opposite is usually true. Cleaning removes the coin's natural surface and often leaves tiny scratches that experienced collectors can immediately recognize. Once a coin has been improperly cleaned, its collector value may decline significantly. Instead of cleaning your coin, gently store it in a protective holder and examine it under good lighting. Natural tunning, even if it appears dark or uneven, is generally preferred over an artificially polished surface. If you're wondering how to identify a potentially valuable 1986 D penny, begin by confirming the date and mint mark. Next, inspect both sides carefully using a magnifying glass or coin loupe. Look for doubling in the lettering, unusual cracks in the design, missing details, or striking errors that make the coin stand out from ordinary examples. Also pay attention to the condition. Coins with crisp details, minimal wear, and original mint luster are usually worth more than heavily worn examples. If you believe your coin has an unusual error or appears to be in exceptional condition, it may be worth showing it to a knowledgeable coin dealer or submitting it to a professional grading service for evaluation. Coin collecting is much more than searching for valuable pieces. It is also about preserving history and appreciating the craftsmanship of American coinage. Every Lincoln cent represents a small part of the nation's economic history. The 1986 D penny may have traveled through countless hands, crossed multiple states, and witnessed decades of everyday life before ending up in your collection. That journey gives every coin its own unique story. Even if your penny is worth only 1 cent, it can still serve as the beginning of a rewarding hobby that teaches history, economics, art, and patience. Searching through pocket change and bank rolls remains one of the most affordable ways to build a coin collection. Many collectors have discovered interesting varieties and valuable error coins simply by paying close attention to ordinary-looking pennies. Although finding a rare 1986 D error is uncommon, it is certainly possible. Every roll of pennies offers the excitement of a treasure hunt, and every coin deserves a careful inspection before being spent. As we come to the end of today's video, remember the most important lesson. Not every old penny is valuable, but every penny is worth checking. A dirty 1986 D Lincoln cent will usually be worth only its face value of 1 cent, yet exceptional mint state examples and genuine mint errors can be worth considerably more in today's collector market. The key is learning what to look for and handling your coins properly. Never clean them, always inspect them carefully, and continue learning about the fascinating world of numismatics. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new about the 1986 D Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another episode about rare US coins, valuable mint errors, hidden treasures, and exciting coin collecting tips. Share this video with your friends and family, because someone you know might have an overlooked coin sitting in a jar right now. Until next time, keep checking your pocket change, keep collecting, and good luck finding your next valuable coin. Coins, the 1984 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin without a mint mark. At first glance, it may seem like nothing more than an ordinary penny. Millions of these coins passed through cash registers, banks, and vending machines across the United States during the 1980s. Yet collectors know that even common-looking pennies can hold surprising value when they have the right condition, variety, or mint error. In this video, we'll uncover the history of the 1984 Lincoln cent, explain what makes certain examples valuable, discuss today's market prices, and reveal the famous error that every collector hopes to find. So stay with us until the end, because your old penny jar may contain a hidden treasure. The Lincoln cent has been an important part of American history since 1909, when it was introduced to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It became the first regular United States coin to feature the portrait of a real historical figure instead of the traditional image of Lady Liberty. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent quickly became one of the most recognized coins in America. By 1984, the design had already been in circulation for 75 years, and Americans handled millions of Lincoln cents every day without realizing that some would eventually become collectible. Although the 1984 issue is common, it remains an important part of every Lincoln cent collection. The 1984 penny without a mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Unlike the Denver and San Francisco mints, Philadelphia did not place a mint mark on Lincoln cents during that period. If your coin shows the date 1984, but no letter beneath the date, it was struck in Philadelphia. Hundreds of millions of these pennies were produced for circulation, making them easy to find even today. Most examples have circulated for decades, and now appear dirty, scratched, worn, or dark in color. This is completely normal and simply reflects years of everyday use. The obverse or front of the coin features the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln facing right. Above his head are the words "In God We Trust." To the left appears the word "Liberty," while the date 1984 is displayed on the right side. Because there is no mint mark, collectors immediately recognize it as a Philadelphia issue. On the reverse is the famous Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparro. Careful observers can even see a tiny image of the Lincoln statue inside the memorial, an impressive detail considering the coin's small size. Around the memorial are the inscriptions, United States of America, EPLURBUSUNUM, and 1 cent. One important feature of the 1984 Lincoln cent is its composition. Beginning in 1982, the United States Mint switched from mostly copper cents to copper-plated zinc cents because of rising copper prices. The 1984 penny contains a zinc core covered by a thin layer of copper. It weighs about 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. Although it looks similar to earlier copper cents, the metal inside is different. This change marked a new chapter in American coin production and remains an interesting topic for collectors. Now let's answer the question most viewers are asking. How much is a dirty 1984 Lincoln penny worth today? In most cases, a heavily circulated or dirty example is worth only its face value of 1 cent. Some collectors may pay 2 to 10 cents for a nicer circulated coin if they need it to complete a collection. The value increases significantly only when the coin is found in outstanding uncirculated condition with full mint luster. Certified mint state examples can sell for much higher prices because collectors compete for the finest known coins. One of the biggest reasons collectors search for the 1984 penny is the famous 1984 doubled ear variety. On this rare variety, Lincoln's ear appears noticeably doubled because of a doubled die created during the minting process. This is one of the best-known Lincoln cent errors from the 1980s. Genuine examples have sold for hundreds of dollars in circulated grades, while exceptional uncirculated pieces certified by professional grading services have brought even higher prices. Because of this variety, thousands of collectors continue checking every 1984 penny they find. Besides the doubled ear variety, other mint errors can also increase the value of a 1984 penny. These include off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, broad strikes, and other dramatic minting mistakes. Error coins are popular because every example is different, making them exciting additions to any collection. Even a modest error may be worth several dollars, while major errors can attract serious collector interest. If your 1984 penny looks dirty, avoid cleaning it. Many people believe a shiny coin is worth more, but experienced collectors know that cleaning often damages the original surface and lowers the coin's value. Natural wear and agging are generally preferred over polished or scrubbed surfaces. If you think your coin may be unusual, store it safely and examine it under good lighting using a magnifying glass. Pay special attention to Lincoln's ear, the lettering, and the overall strike quality. Checking your pennies carefully can be both fun and rewarding. Look for sharp details, unusual doubling, off-center designs, or other striking abnormalities. If your coin appears to have a genuine mint error or remains in exceptional condition despite its age, it may be worthwhile to have it evaluated by a reputable coin dealer or a professional grading service. While most 1984 pennies are common, a small number stand out because of their quality or unusual characteristics. Coin collecting is about more than just money. Every Lincoln cent represents a piece of American history and tells the story of everyday commerce across the country. A single penny may have passed through thousands of hands before reaching your collection. Whether it bought a newspaper, rode inside a child's piggy bank, or sat forgotten in a drawer for years, each coin carries its own unique journey. That history is one of the reasons Lincoln cents remain among the most popular collectible coins in the United States. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed learning about the 1984 Abraham Lincoln 1 cent coin without a mint mark. Remember, most dirty circulated examples are worth about 1 cent, while nicer circulated pieces may bring 2 cents to 10 cents. The real prizes are high-grade uncirculated coins and genuine mint errors, such as the famous 1984 doubled ear variety, which can be worth hundreds of dollars depending on condition. Before you spend your old pennies, take a closer look. You never know what treasure might be hiding in your pocket change. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another exciting video about valuable US coins, rare mint eras, and hidden treasures. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Next up, the 2001 D. Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin, a penny that millions of Americans have used without giving it a second thought. At first glance, this coin may appear to be an ordinary cent with little value beyond its face value. However, collectors know that every coin deserves a careful inspection, because condition, mint errors, and unusual varieties can sometimes turn a common coin into an exciting collectible. In today's video, we'll explore the history of the 2001 D. Lincoln cent, its design, composition, collector appeal, today's market value, and the rare errors that can make certain examples worth much more than 1 cent. So stay with us until the end, because you may have one of these pennies sitting in your change jar right now. The Lincoln cent has been part of American history since 1909, when it was introduced to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It became the first regularly circulating United States coin to feature the portrait of a real historical figure. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent quickly became one of the most recognizable coins in America. Decades later, the same design continued to serve Americans in everyday transactions, and by 2001, the Lincoln Memorial Cent had become one of the most collected coin series in the country. Every year, millions of people search through their change hopping to discover an unusual variety or valuable mint era. The 2001 D. Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark located beneath the date on the front of the coin. During 2001, the Denver Mint produced more than 5.3 billion Lincoln cents for circulation. Because such a large number were minted, this coin remains very common today. Most examples have spent years in circulation and now appear dirty, scratched, faded, or discolored. A dirty appearance simply reflects years of everyday use and does not make the coin rare. In fact, collectors usually prefer coins with natural surfaces instead of coins that have been cleaned or polished. The obverse of the coin features Abraham Lincoln facing to the right. Above his portrait are the words "In God We Trust." To the left is the word "Liberty," while the date 2001 and the D mint mark appear on the right. The reverse displays the famous Lincoln Memorial designed by Frank Gasparro. Careful examination of a well-preserved coin even reveals the tiny seated statue of Lincoln inside the memorial. Surrounding the design are the inscriptions, United States of America, EPLURBUSUNUM, and 1 cent. This reverse design remained in use until 2008 before new Lincoln bicentennial designs were introduced. Like other modern Lincoln cents, the 2001 D penny is made from a zinc core coated with a thin layer of copper. It weighs approximately 2.5 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. Although it has the familiar copper color, it contains far less copper than older pennies produced before 1982. This composition change helped reduce manufacturing costs while preserving the traditional appearance of the Lincoln cent. Now let's answer the question most viewers are asking: how much is a dirty 2001 D Lincoln penny worth today? In most cases, a heavily circulated example is worth only its face value of 1 cent. A cleaner circulated example may sell for a few cents to a collector completing an album, while bright uncirculated examples can bring higher prices depending on their quality. Coins certified in exceptional mint state grades may sell for several dollars or even more, because truly flawless modern coins are much harder to find than most people realize. One reason collectors continue searching through rolls of 2001 D pennies is the possibility of finding a genuine mint error. Although most coins were struck correctly, a few left the mint with unusual characteristics. Off-center strikes, clipped planchets, broad strikes, die cracks, and double dies are among the most popular error types. Some dramatic error coins have sold for hundreds of dollars, while extremely rare errors have reached much higher auction prices. One of the most famous modern rarities is the extremely rare 2001 D cent, struck with the reverse of a Roosevelt dime, known as a mule error. Only a handful are known, and examples have sold for well over $100,000 at auction. This is an extraordinary rarity, and should not be confused with ordinary 2001 D pennies. If your 2001 D penny appears dirty, avoid cleaning it. Cleaning can remove the original surface and leave fine scratches that reduce collector value. Professional collectors almost always prefer coins with untouched, original surfaces, even if they have toned naturally over time. Instead, examine your coin under good lighting with a magnifying glass. Look for unusual doubling, off-center strikes, die cracks, missing details, or other features that make it different from a normal coin. Coin collecting is much more than searching for valuable treasures. Every Lincoln cent represents a small piece of American history and tells the story of everyday life in the United States. A single penny may have traveled across the country, passed through thousands of hands, and remained in circulation for decades before reaching your collection. That journey makes every coin unique, regardless of its monetary value. Searching through bank rolls and pocket change remains one of the most affordable and exciting ways to enjoy the hobby of numismatics. While the chances of finding a spectacular 2001 era are very small, valuable discoveries still happen because collectors continue to inspect ordinary-looking coins carefully. Every roll offers a new opportunity, and patience is one of the greatest tools a collector can have. As we reach the end of today's video, remember that most dirty circulated 2001 Lincoln cents are worth only 1 cent. However, exceptional uncirculated examples and genuine mint errors can be worth much more in today's collector market. The key is learning what to look for, handling your coins carefully, and never cleaning them before seeking expert advice. You never know when an ordinary-looking penny could become the most exciting coin in your collection. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video and learned something new about the 2001 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another episode about valuable US coins, rare mint errors, hidden treasures, and today's coin values. Share this video with your friends and family because someone you know may already have a valuable penny waiting to be discovered. Until next time, keep checking your pocket change, keep collecting, and good luck finding your next hidden treasure. Next up, the 1981 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin. At first glance, this penny may seem like nothing more than an ordinary coin that has spent years in circulation. Millions of Americans have used this coin to make everyday purchases without realizing that some examples can attract serious attention from collectors. Today, we'll explore the fascinating history of the 1981 Lincoln cent, its design, composition, collector appeal, current market value, and the mint errors that can make certain coins worth much more than their face value. So don't skip ahead because one small penny could become the most exciting coin in your collection. The Lincoln cent has been an important part of United States coinage since 1909, when it was introduced to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first regularly circulating US coin to feature the portrait of a real historical figure instead of the traditional image of liberty. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent quickly became one of the most recognizable coins in America. By 1981, the series had already served the nation for more than 70 years and had become one of the most popular coins among collectors. The 1981 Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the small d mint mark located below the date on the front of the coin. During 1981, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents for everyday circulation. Because such a large number were minted, the coin is still common today. Most examples have circulated for decades and now appear dirty, worn, scratched, or dark in color. A dirty appearance is completely normal for a circulated coin and does not automatically make it valuable. In fact, experienced collectors usually prefer original, untouched surfaces rather than coins that have been cleaned or polished. The obverse of the 1981 Lincoln cent features the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing to the right. Above his head are the words "In God We Trust." The word "Liberty" appears to the left, while the date, 1981, and the D mint mark appear to the right. The reverse displays the classic Lincoln Memorial designed by Frank Gasparro. If you examine a well-preserved example with a magnifying glass, you can even see the tiny statue of Lincoln inside the memorial. Around the design are the inscriptions United States of America, EPLURBUSUNUM, and 1 cent. This beautiful reverse design remained in use until 2008. One interesting fact about the 1981 penny is that it was produced before the mint switched to copper-plated zinc cents in 1982. The 1981 Lincoln cent is made primarily of copper, containing about 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams, making it heavier than Lincoln cents produced after the composition change. Because of its higher copper content, many collectors enjoy adding 1981 pennies to their collections as representatives of the final years of the traditional bronze composition. Now let's answer the question everyone wants to know. How much is a dirty 1981 Lincoln penny worth today? In most cases, a heavily circulated example with dirt, stains, and noticeable wear is worth only its face value of 1 cent. Some collectors may pay a few cents for a nicer circulated example to complete a collection, but ordinary circulated coins are very common. Coins in brilliant uncirculated condition with full original mint luster are much more desirable and can sell for several dollars, especially if they receive high grades from professional grading companies. The finest known examples may sell for considerably higher prices because they are much harder to find. Collectors also search for the 1981 D penny because of possible mint errors. Although most coins were struck correctly, a small number left the mint with interesting mistakes. Popular errors include off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, broad strikes, and doubled dies. The value of an error coin depends on the size and visibility of the mistake. Minor errors may be worth only a few dollars, while dramatic errors can sell for hundreds of dollars to collectors. This is why experienced numismatists inspect every coin carefully before spending it. If your 1981 D penny looks dirty, avoid cleaning it. Cleaning may remove the coin's original surface and leave tiny scratches that reduce its value. Many beginners think a shiny coin is worth more, but professional collectors almost always prefer coins with natural surfaces. Instead, examine your coin under bright light using a magnifying glass or coin loupe. Look for unusual doubling in the letters, cracks in the design, missing details, or striking errors that make the coin different from ordinary examples. Coin collecting is much more than simply finding valuable coins. Every Lincoln cent tells a story about American history, commerce, and everyday life. A 1981 D penny may have traveled across the country, passed through countless hands, and remained in circulation for decades before reaching your collection. Even if your coin is worth only 1 cent, it still represents an important piece of American history and the craftsmanship of the United States Mint. Searching through pocket change and bank rolls remains one of the most enjoyable and affordable ways to build a coin collection. Many collectors have discovered valuable mint errors simply by paying close attention to ordinary-looking pennies. While finding a rare error on a 1981 D Lincoln cent is uncommon, it is certainly possible. Every coin deserves a careful inspection because you never know what hidden treasure may be waiting to be discovered. As we come to the end of today's video, remember that most dirty circulated 1981 D Lincoln cents are worth about 1 cent in today's market. Better circulated examples may bring 2 cents to 10 cents, while high-grade uncirculated coins and genuine mint errors can be worth anywhere from $10 to several $100s, depending on rarity, condition, and collector demand. The key is learning what to look for, preserving your coins properly, and never cleaning them before having them evaluated. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed learning about the 1981 D Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin and its value in today's collector market. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another video about valuable US coins, rare mint errors, and hidden treasures. Share this video with your friends and family because someone you know may have a valuable penny hiding in an old coin jar. Until next time, keep checking your pocket change, keep collecting, and good luck finding your next rare coin. Next up, the 1978 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin. At first glance, this common penny may not seem special, especially if it's dirty or has been in circulation for decades. But many collectors know that some 1978 Lincoln cents can be worth much more than 1 cent, depending on their mint mark, condition, and whether they have any valuable mint errors. In this video, we'll explore the history of the 1978 Lincoln cent, explain the different mint marks, discuss how much a circulated or dirty coin is worth today, and reveal the rare varieties that can bring impressive prices. So before you spend your old pennies, make sure you watch until the end because you might learn how to identify a valuable coin hiding in your pocket change. The Lincoln cent has been one of America's most recognizable coins since 1909. It was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth and became the first regular United States coin to feature a real historical person. The obverse, or front, shows Abraham Lincoln's portrait designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse of the 1978 penny is the famous Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparro. If you look carefully, you can even see a tiny image of Lincoln sitting inside the memorial between the columns. This remarkable detail has fascinated collectors for decades and makes the Lincoln Memorial cent one of the most iconic coins in American history. The 1978 Lincoln cent was struck at 2 United States mint facilities. Coins with no mint mark were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, while pennies with a D mint mark came from the Denver Mint. During 1978, hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents were produced, making them very common in circulation today. Because of these high mintages, most examples found in pocket change are not rare. A dirty or worn coin has usually spent many years in circulation and has lost much of its original mint luster. Although such coins may have sentimental value, they generally sell for only 1 to 5 cents unless they possess an unusual mint error or another collectible feature. When collectors determine a coin's value, condition is one of the most important factors. A dirty coin is not automatically valuable simply because it looks old. In fact, dirt, stains, and heavy wear usually reduce a coin's appeal to collectors. Experts use grading terms such as good, fine, very fine, extremely fine, about uncirculated, and mint state to describe a coin's condition. A 1978 penny in heavily circulated condition usually remains worth only its face value. However, a bright, original coin with little or no wear can be worth several dollars, especially if it has strong eye appeal and has been professionally graded. One mistake many beginners make is cleaning old coins. If you discover a dirty 1978 Lincoln cent, resist the temptation to polish or scrub it. Cleaning can leave tiny scratches and remove the coin's natural surface, often reducing its collector value. Professional coin collectors generally prefer coins with original surfaces, even if they show natural tunning or years of circulation. If you think your penny might be valuable, store it safely in a coin holder and have it evaluated before attempting any cleaning. Although ordinary 1978 pennies are common, collectors are always searching for error coins. Valuable errors include off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, die breaks, double die varieties, and coins struck on the wrong planchet. These minting mistakes occur during production and can make a coin much more desirable. The value depends on how dramatic and rare the error is. Minor errors may sell for a few dollars, while spectacular examples have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auctions. Careful examination with a magnifying glass can help you spot unusual features. So what is a 1978 Lincoln cent worth in today's market? A dirty circulated coin with no unusual characteristics is generally worth about 1 cent to 5 cents. A nice extremely fine example may sell for around $1 to $3. Uncirculated mint state coins can be worth anywhere from $5 to several dozen dollars depending on their grade. Coins graded in exceptionally high mint state levels by professional grading services have sold for much higher prices because such perfectly preserved examples are difficult to find. Rare error coins can command values ranging from $50 to several $1,000s depending on the type and rarity of the error. If you have a jar full of old pennies, it is worth taking a few minutes to inspect them carefully. First, check the date and confirm it is 1978. Next, look for the mint mark below the date. Then examine both sides under good lighting for doubling, cracks, missing design elements, or unusual strike characteristics. Compare your coin with photographs of known error varieties. If you notice something unusual, consider having the coin authenticated by a professional grading service. Even if your coin turns out to be common, learning how to examine coins is a valuable skill for any collector. Coin collecting is more than searching for expensive treasures. Every coin tells a story about American history, the economy, and everyday life. A simple 1978 Lincoln cent may have traveled through countless hands over nearly 50 years, purchasing groceries, newspapers, gasoline, or school lunches before ending up in your collection. While most examples are inexpensive, they remain fascinating historical objects that connect us to the past. That is one reason why millions of people around the world continue to enjoy collecting Lincoln cents. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you learned something new about the 1978 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin and now understand why condition, mint marks, and mint errors are the real keys to determining value. Remember, a dirty 1978 penny is usually worth only its face value, but rare error coins and superb uncirculated examples can be worth significantly more. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos about valuable American coins, rare mint errors, and hidden treasures that could be sitting in your pocket change. Until next time, happy coin collecting and good luck finding your next valuable penny. Next up, the 1993 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin, one of the most common coins found in pocket change across the United States. Many people wonder if this penny could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. In this video, we'll explore its history, mint marks, design, current market value, and the rare errors that can make a 1993 Lincoln cent much more valuable. Make sure to watch until the end, because you might discover that your penny is more interesting than you ever imagined. The 1993 Lincoln cent is part of the famous Lincoln Memorial series, which was produced from 1959 through 2008. The obverse features the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, originally designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparro. This series remains one of the most collected coin designs in American history because billions were produced, and many people still search through their change hopping to find a valuable variety. In 1993, Lincoln cents were struck at 3 United States mint facilities. Coins from Philadelphia have no mint mark, Denver coins carry a D mint mark, and San Francisco produced S mint mark proof coins for collectors. More than 12 billion business strike pennies were minted in 1993, making this one of the most common Lincoln cents ever produced. Because of this enormous mintage, ordinary circulated examples are generally not rare. The 1993 Lincoln cent is made from a copper-plated zinc composition containing 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. It weighs approximately 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. Although these specifications are standard, collectors carefully examine each coin for unusual minting mistakes that can dramatically increase its value. Now let's talk about dirty or circulated coins. Many people believe that an old, dark, or dirty penny must be valuable simply because it looks aged. In reality, dirt, stains, discoloration, scratches, and heavy wear usually reduce a coin's value. Most dirty 1993 Lincoln cents with a D mint mark or no mint mark are worth only 1 cent, and sometimes dealers may pay just a few cents if they are buying in bulk. Cleaning the coin is not recommended because it can lower collector value even further. The real excitement begins when collectors discover a genuine mint error. Some 1993 pennies have off-center strikes, doubled dies, broad strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, or other production mistakes. Depending on the type of error and its condition, these coins can sell for anywhere from $25 to several $100s, while exceptional certified error coins may bring even higher prices at auction. Every unusual coin should be carefully examined before assuming it is ordinary. Condition is one of the biggest factors in determining value. A heavily worn penny with scratches and dirt is usually worth only face value. An extremely fine example may attract modest collector interest, while brilliant uncirculated coins with original red color can be worth several dollars. Top-grade certified coins with outstanding preservation have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars because they are extremely difficult to find in perfect condition. If you have a 1993 penny, inspect it carefully using a magnifying glass. Check the mint mark below the date, weigh the coin to ensure it matches standard specifications, and look for unusual doubling, off-center designs, cracks, or other striking errors. If you believe your coin is an exceptional example or has a genuine mint error, consider having it authenticated by a professional grading service. So what is a 1993 Lincoln penny worth today? In dirty circulated condition, both the Philadelphia and Denver issues are generally worth 1 cent to about 10 cents. Uncirculated examples with strong original red color can range from a few dollars to much higher amounts, while rare certified high-grade coins and genuine mint error varieties may be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on rarity and collector demand. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed learning about the 1993 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest rare coin discoveries. Leave a comment below telling us whether you've ever found a 1993 Lincoln penny in your pocket change. Happy coin hunting, and we'll see you in the next video. Next up, the 1998 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin, one of the most frequently found pennies in pocket change across the United States. Millions of people have this coin sitting in jars, wallets, and piggy banks, but could one of these ordinary-looking pennies actually be worth more than 1 cent? In this video, we'll explore the history of the 1998 Lincoln cent, its mint marks, design, today's market value, and the rare varieties that every collector should know about. Stay with us until the end, because one small detail on your penny could make a big difference. The 1998 Lincoln cent belongs to the famous Lincoln Memorial series that was minted from 1959 through 2008. On the front of the coin is the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. This design became one of the most recognizable coin designs in American history and remains a favorite among collectors because it represents decades of American coinage. During 1998, the United States Mint produced Lincoln cents at 3 different facilities. Philadelphia struck coins with no mint mark, Denver produced coins with the D mint mark, and San Francisco made S mint mark proof coins for collectors. Billions of 1998 pennies were produced, making them very common in circulation today. Because so many were minted, most examples found in everyday pocket change are worth only their face value unless they have a rare error or exceptional condition. The 1998 Lincoln cent is composed of copper-plated zinc, containing 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. It weighs approximately 2.5 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. Although these specifications are standard, collectors carefully inspect every coin because even a small minting mistake can significantly increase its value. Many people believe that a dirty, dark, or heavily circulated penny must be rare because it looks old. In reality, dirt and heavy wear usually reduce a coin's collector value. A typical dirty 1998 Lincoln cent with no mint mark or a D-mint mark is generally worth only 1 cent, and sometimes just a few cents to collectors if it has better detail. Cleaning the coin is never recommended because it can permanently damage the surface and reduce any collectible value. The most exciting 1998 Lincoln cent variety is the wide AM reverse, found only on some Philadelphia coins without a mint mark. On this rare variety, the letters A and M in the word America are noticeably farther apart than on normal coins. Because this variety is genuinely scarce, authenticated examples can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on condition. This is why collectors always recommend checking the reverse of every 1998 Philadelphia penny before spending it. Besides the wide AM variety, collectors also search for off-center strikes, doubled dies, clipped planchets, broad strikes, die cracks, and other mint errors. Depending on the type of error and its condition, these coins may sell for anywhere from $20 to several $100s, while the rarest certified examples can be worth much more. Every unusual-looking coin deserves a careful inspection before being dismissed as ordinary. Condition is one of the biggest factors in determining value. A heavily worn or dirty circulated coin is usually worth only face value. However, uncirculated red coins with original mint luster can be worth several dollars, and top certified examples in superb gem condition have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction because they are extremely difficult to find in perfect condition. If you own a 1998 Lincoln cent, examine it carefully with a magnifying glass. Check whether it has a mint mark, inspect the reverse for the wide AM variety if there is no mint mark, weigh the coin to confirm its standard weight, and look for unusual doubling or striking errors. If your coin appears unusual, consider having it authenticated by a professional grading service before selling it. So what is the value of a 1998 Lincoln cent today? A normal dirty circulated coin with a D-mint mark or no mint mark is generally worth 1 cent. Nice uncirculated examples may sell for $1 to several dollars, while the rare 1998 wide AM variety and major mint errors can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on rarity, grade, and collector demand. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video about the 1998 Abraham Lincoln 1 cent coin, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest rare coin discoveries. Let us know in the comments if you found a 1998 Lincoln penny in your pocket change, and happy coin hunting.